Well, I think the Norwegian economy is doing well. Especially compared to other OECD countries, which are still struggling, to get out of the financial crisis. There's economic growth in Norway. Unemployment is low. Inflation is low as well. To some extent, this is due to your oil wealth. It's great to have so much oil, and the pension fund, which is what it's called now, is 200% of GDP. So that helps. But it's not only that. I mean, Norway has managed its oil wealth very well. Avoid the Dutch disease. Avoid overheating in general, and do a good job to keep most of the wealth for future generations. The thing with the oil, is that it's not renewable, right? So it's being extracted from the ground. At one point you're going to run out of oil. I mean, not immediately, It will take many years, right? But still, the oil price is high now, but it could increase or it could decrease, right? No one knows. So it's always good to think about, how to ensure future prosperity, even in the absence of oil. And here we have a few concerns. The productivity growth, which in the long run is the only thing that matters, right, has been declining. Actually, productivity growth is now not very low, but it's it's weaker than it used to be. So the government has created a productivity commission, which is going to look into the issue. I think that's useful. It refers to education, skills, competition, innovation, taxation, entrepreneurship. So I think they'll be pretty busy, to look at how, to revive productivity growth in order to ensure prosperity. At this point, I think there are, a number of issues that the housing market is a critical issue. House prices have increased a lot in Norway. They're very high now. And that has come with increasing household indebtedness. So families have gone into debt, taken up mortgage loans to buy new houses. So household debt is about 200% of disposable income. That's one of the highest ratio, one of the highest household indebtedness in the OECD. So one of the crucial challenges here is to, manage to achieve a soft landing of the housing market as opposed to a crash landing. I think the government and the Norges Bank they're aware of it. They've introduced, the so-called macro-prudential tools. I think it's moving in the right direction. The housing market seems to be turning down gently, but it's an issue. So that's one. The other issue, I think, is the incentive to work, as opposed to, the incentive to be on some kind of welfare scheme. There are many people on sickness benefit, many people on disability benefit. There are no reason why Norwegians would be more sick or more disabled than in the rest of the world. So there's also incentive to retire early in the public sector. Your public sector is actually pretty big. All of that removes labor supply in the private sector, really, where growth is taking place. So I think a debate about the welfare system would be useful at this stage.